Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with us. This time we're going to be exploring the world of Japan's humanoid robot technology.
Oh yeah, this will be fun.
And we're going to be taking most of our information from this great YouTube video called Discovering the Intriguing Truth About Japan's Humanoid Robot Technology.
Yeah.
I think most people know that Japan is like a global leader in robotics.
For sure.
But have you ever thought about why that is?
It's a good question.
Yeah. So that's what we're hoping to uncover today.
You know, it's really fascinating how robots are so ingrained in Japanese culture.
Yeah.
And it's not like a new thing either. This goes
Right.
back centuries.
Oh, wow. So we're talking way back to the Edo period and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Have you heard about those karakuri dolls?
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I don't really know much about them.
So basically, they were these incredibly intricate mechanical puppets.
Okay.
Almost like early robots.
Hmm.
They were designed to move and perform actions. And they were a way to show off both artistic skill and this fascination with creating lifelike figures.
Wow. So it's like they kind of planted the seed
Yeah.
for Japan's whole robot obsession.
Totally.
Yeah.
It really shows that there's this long-standing cultural interest in recreating human form and movement through technology.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
And, all that led to Japan's very first robot,
Oh, yeah.
Gakutensoku.
Gakuden Soku. Okay.
Yeah, this was back in the late 1920s.
Wow.
And sadly, it's been lost to time, but it was a total marvel of engineering. You could change facial expressions and move its head and hands.
That's incredible, especially for back then.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing what they were able to do back then.
So it was actually powered by this sophisticated air pressure mechanism.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, the ingenuity it took to create something like that almost 100 years ago?
No, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing.
It really does kind of set the stage for the future of robotics in Japan.
For sure.
But besides this historical stuff, is there anything else that contributed to Japan becoming such a leader in robotics?
Well, I think popular culture has played a huge role, too.
Oh, okay.
All those iconic robots you see in, Japanese manga, anime films, like Astro Boy, Gundam, all those.
Yeah.
They normalized robots for, generations of Japanese people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like they grew up alongside these robots, you know?
Right, so it's not such a foreign concept to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's a key difference here, too, Western science fiction often shows robots as threats, but in Japan, they're often portrayed as helpers, companions, even heroes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's a much more positive portrayal.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's undoubtedly helped with their acceptance and enthusiasm for robots.
That's so interesting.
It really makes you think, did all these stories influence the development of real-life robots?
I mean, for sure. I mean, you look at
Yeah.
Asimo and the partner robots, and they're clearly meant to exist alongside humans.
Exactly. And I think those narratives probably didn't just influence the acceptance of robots, but the direction of robotic development in Japan.
Yeah.
They're focused on collaboration and integration into society rather than just, industrial automation.
Right.
Which, by the way, they are a powerhouse in.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. I mean, they employ something like 250,000 industrial robots right now.
And that number is projected to exceed 1 million in the next 15 years.
That is mind-blowing.
It is.
But why is that? Why are they using so many robots in industry?
Well, it's partly driven by demographics. A declining birth rate and shrinking workforce means robots are increasingly filling the gaps.
Oh, so it's not just about being advanced, it's also about practical necessity.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So besides all those industrial robots, how are they being used in everyday Japanese life?
Oh, you see them everywhere. From entertainment robots that sing and dance to social robots that provide companionship for the elderly.
Wow.
The applications are super diverse.
And what about Etamon? We keep hearing about that one.
Yeah, Asimo is kind of like the poster child for Japanese robotics.
What makes it so special?
Well, it's like a showcase of all their technological prowess.
Yep.
They can walk, run, climb stairs, recognize objects, understand gestures, even respond to spoken commands.
It's like a real-life humanoid robot.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's crazy to think about all the possibilities these robots open up.
Totally.
Not just in industry, but in healthcare, education, even entertainment.
I mean, they're already showing up in movies and inspiring entire franchises.
That's right. And it's not just limited to these huge corporations either.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Startups like Subani Industries are also doing some really interesting work.
Yeah, they're developing a 4.5-meter tall robot right now.
4.5 meters tall.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
That's massive. What are they going to use that for?
Their plan is to use it for disaster relief and even space exploration. It
Wow.
just goes to show the ambition and drive of Japan's robotics industry, always looking for new ways to apply this technology.
Yeah, constantly pushing the boundaries.
Uh,
It's like a wave of robotics innovation sweeping over Japan.
I like that.
So it sounds like things are moving really
Mm.
fast. But are there any challenges they're facing with all this advancement?
Oh, definitely. Developing and maintaining these advanced robots is expensive,
No.
you know,
Yeah.
which can limit who has access to them and create economic disparities. There's also the concern about jobs.
Right.
As robots become more sophisticated, they could automate tasks currently done by humans.
Right, which could lead to job losses.
Exactly. These are complicated issues that Japan and really the whole world needs to figure out as we move forward.
Yeah, it's like a balancing act.
Yeah.
Finding ways to use this technology for good while also thinking about the potential downsides.
It's a tough one, but I think Japan is at the forefront of this revolution.
For sure.
They seem to be leading the way towards a future where humans and robots coexist and collaborate.
Well, this has been really interesting so far. We've gone from those intricate Karakuri dolls to the amazing Asimo.
It's quite the journey.
And of course, all those ambitious projects happening at startups like Tsubame Industries.
It's clear that Japan's relationship with robots is deep and constantly changing.
Totally. And I think one of the most interesting things is how they're using robots to address the problems of an aging population and shrinking workforce.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
Why don't we dig a little deeper into that in part 2 of our deep dive?
Sounds good to me. It's really a fascinating paradox.
What's that?
Well, Japan, this country that's like known for its technology,
Right.
is facing this problem of a shrinking workforce.
Yeah.
But instead of resisting, they're embracing robots.
Yeah.
Not just to fill those like factory jobs, but also to meet some very human needs.
Yeah.
Like the robots are stepping in to help care for the generation that like pioneered these technological advancements.
Yeah, that's a good point. So how are they actually using robots in elder care?
Well, there are robots designed to like provide companionship, even engage in conversations.
Oh, wow.
And some can even remind people to take their medication.
Things like that.
So it's not just about like physical tasks. They can actually provide emotional support.
Yeah, exactly. It's about addressing that sense of loneliness and providing some security for people living alone.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I guess it also frees up human caregivers to focus on more complex tasks.
Exactly. And it's not just companionship either.
Yeah.
Some robots have sensors that can detect falls
Oh, wow.
or changes in vital signs,
Hmm.
so they can alert caregivers or doctors in case of an emergency.
That's a huge peace of mind for both the seniors and their families.
Totally.
It seems like Japan is really ahead of the curve when it comes to using robots for elder care.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it's not just limited to that, right?
Yeah.
What about healthcare in general?
Right. Well, we already talked about Asimo,
Right.
but there are so many other robots being developed for like surgical assistance, rehabilitation, even drug delivery.
Oh, wow. I remember reading something about a robot that can perform microsurgery.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. Wow, so these robots allow surgeons to be even more precise and less invasive.
Exactly. And that means faster recovery times and better outcomes for patients.
That's amazing. It seems like the potential for robots in healthcare is huge.
It really is.
So what about education? Have you heard anything about robots being used as teachers in Japan?
Yeah, it's still early days, but there are robots designed to teach things like English, math, even social skills.
Really?
Yeah, the idea is that they can provide like personalized instruction and cater to different learning styles.
Hmm.
And of course, offer really consistent attention.
I can see how that could be beneficial.
Yeah, especially in certain settings.
But I imagine some people are worried about robots replacing human teachers.
Oh, of course. There are definitely concerns about the impact on social development and the importance of human interaction.
Great.
I think the debate about robot teachers will probably continue as the technology gets better and more common in schools.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that even with all the benefits technology can bring, there are always these ethical and social considerations.
For sure. We need to approach these advancements carefully and make sure they're actually making our lives better.
I think you hit the nail on the head there.
Thanks.
It's not about just blindly accepting any new technology, but about using it responsibly.
Right.
And I think Japan, with its history of innovation and its focus on harmony, understands that.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes me think about those massive mechas we discussed earlier.
Like the archax.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
They seem to represent this, fusion of technological ambition and a desire to use it for good.
Yeah, like in disaster relief or space exploration.
Right.
I think you're spot on. The Arcax is a prime example of Japan pushing the boundaries while also thinking about the positive impact on society.
It's like they're taking inspiration from their own pop culture,
Oh, yeah,
like those giant robots saving the day in anime.
totally. It's really cool to see.
It really shows their innovative spirit and their willingness to invest in these big, ambitious projects that could benefit everyone.
Yeah, and it's not just government projects either. Those startups like Tsubame Industries are also crucial.
With their 4.5-meter-tall robot.
Exactly. They bring new perspectives, agility, and a real drive to change things up.
Yeah, they're essential for the industry to keep growing and evolving.
Couldn't agree more.
So we've talked about robots in social care, healthcare education, even space exploration.
Quite the range.
But what about artificial intelligence?
Yes, AI.
Where does that fit into all of this?
Well, AI is like the brain behind these machines.
Okay.
It's what allows a robot like Asimo to recognize objects, understand speech, and make decisions. And the advancements in AI are making robots more sophisticated, more intuitive, and better at interacting with humans.
So would you say AI is like the key to unlocking the full potential of robotics?
I think so. As AI keeps evolving, we can expect robots to become even more capable, adaptable, and integrated into our lives.
So where do we go from here? What does the future hold for Japan and its robots?
Well, that's a question we'll be exploring in part 3 of our deep dive. We'll delve into the potential future applications, the ethical considerations, and the role Japan might play in shaping the global robotics landscape.
So we've talked about how far robotics has come in Japan,
Yeah.
and it's pretty mind-blowing to think about where it could go from here.
It really is.
What are some of the things you're most excited about when you think about the future of robotics?
Well, the possibilities really are like endless, but in healthcare, for example,
Okay.
we could see robots taking on even more complex roles, like assisting with surgeries, providing personalized rehabilitation, and of course offering companionship and care for the elderly.
Wow, that would be incredible.
Imagine a future where robots help us all live longer, healthier lives.
That's like something straight out of science fiction.
It really is.
What about other fields besides healthcare? How do you see robotics transforming other industries?
Well, in manufacturing, we can expect even more automation with robots handling those really intricate and sometimes dangerous tasks.
Right.
Which would obviously lead to like greater efficiency and productivity.
And fewer injuries, I would imagine.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And think about things like agriculture and construction where there are already labor shortages.
Okay.
Robots could step in and do that really physically demanding work in tough environments.
Right, so they could help solve those issues and make those jobs safer too.
Exactly.
I mean, it sounds like robots could really be a game changer in tackling some of the world's biggest challenges,
I think so.
like climate change, food security, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one area that's particularly exciting is disaster response.
Okay.
Japan is really prone to earthquakes and other natural disasters.
Right.
So they're leading the way in developing robots that can like search for survivors, assess damage, and even deliver aid in dangerous situations.
Wow, so these robots could actually save lives.
Yeah, they could potentially save countless lives and help communities recover much faster.
That's truly amazing.
It really is inspiring to see how Japan is using its expertise not only to help themselves, but to benefit all of humanity.
Yeah, that's a good point. But of course, with all this talk about the benefits, we can't ignore the potential downsides either.
Right.
What are some of the ethical concerns we need to address as robots become more integrated into our lives?
Well, one of the big ones is job displacement.
Of course.
As robots become more capable, they'll be able to automate tasks that are currently done by humans.
Yeah,
So that could lead to job losses in certain sectors.
right. And I'm sure that worries a lot of people.
It definitely does. It's crucial that we start thinking about things like retraining programs and social safety nets for people who might be affected.
It's like we need to make sure that everyone benefits from these advancements and no one is left behind.
Exactly. We also need to think about privacy and security.
Oh, right, because these robots are collecting data about our lives and our environments.
Exactly. So we need to make sure that data is handled responsibly and protected from being misused.
That's a really important point. And what about this idea of robots becoming so intelligent that they surpass human capabilities?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
I guess so.
And it's one that sparks a lot of debate and speculation.
Right.
I mean, we're still a long way off from robots achieving true artificial general intelligence.
Right.
But it's important to start having these conversations now and to really consider the potential risks and benefits of such advancements.
It's like we're entering this whole new chapter in human history, and we need to proceed with caution.
I love that analogy. The future of robotics is ultimately in our hands.
That's true.
It's up to us to make sure we're developing and using this technology in ways that align with our values.
And that serve the best interests of humanity.
Exactly.
Well, this deep dive has been absolutely fascinating.
It has been fun.
We've gone from those incredibly intricate Karakuri dolls to the mind-blowing potential of AI-powered robots.
Quite the journey.
It really makes you appreciate human ingenuity and our desire to keep pushing the boundaries.
Japan's story in robotics is full of valuable lessons for the whole world as we enter this new era.
I agree. It shows the importance of cultural acceptance, thoughtful innovation, and a commitment to using technology for good.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
As we wrap up, I'm left with this feeling of awe at what humans can achieve, and also a sense of responsibility for shaping the future of this incredible technology.
I feel that too.
Thank you so much for joining us on this exploration of Japan's humanoid robots. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.